Section 5.2 homework problem number 3. When you do this question, make sure you pay attention to the instruction. So what Leah did, so she did remember the first step of the procedure of multiplying decimals, which is to ignore the decimal points. So she multiplied the two whole numbers and got the answer. But the second step or the third step, she forgot. She cannot remember the rule about where to put the decimal point in the answer. Explain how Leah can use reasoning about the sizes of the numbers to determine where to put the decimal point. So there again, you are supposed to use reasoning about the sizes of the numbers, like how big those numbers are. You cannot say, okay, I'm going to tell Leah you need to count the number of decimal places and add them up and put them back in the answer. Again, that's not what the instruction asks us to do in this problem. So I'm gonna give you an example here. And so what we do is, so suppose Leah already multiplied 136 and 37 to get 5,032, and then she forgot where to put the decimal point, the rule. And at this point, and if you forgot the rule, what are the other alternative solutions? So it's kind of like a backup. So what we're gonna do is we can use the size of each number. So for example, 1.36 is literally between 1 and 2, and 3.7 is between 3 and 4. Now, when we multiply these two numbers, we should also get a number between the lower bounds times lower bound times lower bound and upper bound times upper bound. So when we multiply them, times, and times, multiply these two lower bounds, we got 1 times 3 is 3. Multiply the upper bounds, we got 2 times 4, 8. So the one in the middle, of course, when you multiply these two numbers, it must be a number between 3 and 8. So this can help us to determine, again, we are not counting the decimal places, we just use the sizes of both numbers, and we figure out, okay, if we multiply them, the answer has to be between 3 and 8. So we can take the whole number answer and try to figure out where to put the decimal point. So if we put it here, way too big, because 500 is not between 3 and 8. 50, it's still not between 3 and 8. 5.03, it is between 5 is exactly between 3 and 8 now. So that should be the correct place to put the decimal point. And again, you cannot put it right here. If you put it here, you're going to get a 0.5, which is not between 3 and 8. So this is the only possible place to put. We did not add the decimal places in both numbers, and to get 3, say, okay, 2 places here, 1 place here, and put it there. We didn't do that. And we actually assuming Leah forgot that, and we were able to use a different way to figure out where to put the decimal point.